Hi everyone, hope you all had a great bank holiday weekend. The sun was shining for the most part. Loads of people got to go to some car boots. There was Saturday car boots, there was Sunday car boots, and there was Monday car boots. Really awesome. I saw some people got some quality stuff on social media. My haul was pretty awesome, so without any further ado, I'm Chris, and this is Tommy Toothpaste Toys car boot haul. So the first item I got was a cool little Keepers figure, Scamper Squirrel. Quite good condition. The hair is a little bit matty, but the glitter is still intact. It all looks pretty good, and the stamping's all there with the stopper, so that's pretty awesome. Really nice to find a bit of Keepers. Got this awesome Snailian. I found a couple of Snailians a few months back, and I also got this one now, but I've already got this armour and this actual Snailian inside, but this little monster I don't have, so that's pretty cool to pick up a different one. I got this really cool Remco Sungold Pirate, which is like a bootleg pirate. Really interesting looking, and I picked him up from this guy that I saw with loads of cool bits, and that's where I got the Snailians and the previous Snailians from as well. Really awesome looking, really like the look of this guy, so I decided to pick him up. Got Warlord Smasher from King Arthur, the Knights of King Arthur. Really cool looking figure. Picked this guy up, and he's got some really good detail on his face. Looks really cool, a bit Freddy Krueger style. So I just like the look out of him. So let's stand him up. There we go. Also got this really cool Fisher-Price 1979 Alpha Probe Space Shuttle. Missing its cover for the batteries, but really nice to have its individual shuttle in there. Really cool. And also still has its astronaut. Really awesome. This is the female astronaut. Really cool to have that still. So that was pretty cool. But the main reason I bought this was because it came with something else and they wouldn't split. It came with this awesome original TIE Fighter that doesn't have the big panels, the flying panels on it, which is a bit of a shame, but these spare parts for these original 1970s Star Wars toys still do well. Still got all intact there with the sticker display and all that, and on there, and the plastic cover. So really nice window. Really cool, and this is from 1978. Awesome. So that was really cool to pick up. Really chuffed to get a bit of original Star Wars. Really good. I got this really cool, he's seen better days, but Ninja, and from Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and these used to do quite good at one point. I think they used to go for about 10 quid, maybe a tiny bit more, but now they really seem to struggle. And basically this, it's blue, and then what it does, it changes into the red version, which is like a samurai, and there's meant to be a sword as well, but didn't have the sword. And obviously this badge has definitely seen better days, so a bit of a shame with that, but still always nice to find a bit of Bandai Power Rangers. And this is from 1995, I can't believe that already. It's going to be 30 years old soon. That's absolutely crazy. Then got this original Donatello, pretty cool. Shame it's not a soft head, but really nice to get a bit of original Turtles, always good. Then got these two random figures, and they just looked really intriguing. They felt good, so I thought, you know what, you can normally tell with a figure, these feel quite nice. They feel like a nice figure, and it's always good sometimes to pick these things up because you never know what they're going to be, and these are no exception. These are Piggly Wiggly, which I have never heard of. Let me zoom in here so you can see some of the detail. Really cool looking. I really like the look of this guy with jumper, this pig. I assume he's Piggly Wiggly, I don't know. And then there's this cow character, but there's also another couple of characters that are involved in this show. And I think it's an old Just Kids TV show, I think from around 2005, but I don't know much about it. So pretty cool. I think it was 2005, or was it 2015? Around that sort of time. But really cool to pick those up. Got another bit of Power Rangers, which is from one of the Megazords. I don't think this is from Zeo, I can't remember. But it's the headpiece, so that's pretty cool. But it's definitely missing some parts here. I thought I was picking up. This is 96, no, so it's not Zeo as far as I remember. But really cool, really nice to pick that up. People always after spare Megazord bits. I then got this awesome, they're always good to get some real Ghostbusters, and this is from the line similar to the Fright Features lines, but these are all the monsters. And she gets an eye pop up, and also if you lift her head up, this massive jaw opens up, pretty cool. And she's called Granny Gross, and I always remember the detail of these eyes popping out. And I remember getting these figures, or some of these figures, before I ever got Turtles figures, so these were probably my first true love in terms of action figures. Really awesome, some of them, and there was loads of different ones. There's like the Frankenstein, there's Quasimodo, and then there's just tons of different figures. Really awesome monsters in that line. Then got this crazy looking thing, and it really intrigued me, and I then looked it up, and it's called Story-Doo. And I think it reads stories, but I haven't tested this yet to see if it works. But I know the hair comes off where you can replace the batteries on the panel. That's pretty cool. So my daughter Matilda loves to throw this little stuff on all her teddies and toys and change their hair. She finds it hilarious. So that's pretty cool. Then I got these things, which do quite well. They're very much more modern, but Bendy and the Ink Machine. And these are from one specific set, and I've had a few of these before, and some of them do quite well, and some of the figures, actually a little bit rarer, go for about 15 to 20 quid, but these are all just generally 3 to 4 or to 5 quid, so I'll do a little set maybe for a tenner. Still pretty cool to pick those up. Then got this really cool little dragon, which I saw in a little bag of bits, and all the bag was just loads of rubbish, but the bag was for like 50p or something. And I recognise this dragon straight away. This is from My Little Pony, believe it or not, and this is from Generation 1 My Little Pony. And this is actually a really early piece. This dragon is called Spike, and there's loads of different variations of Spike throughout the different generations. But this one came from the 1983 playset of the Dream Castle. The Dream Castle was the original house of the ponies when they originally came out in G1, and then eventually that got destroyed in the movie of My Little Pony, its namesake. And in that, to celebrate the movie's release, Hasbro held a little contest, and this Spike normally retails for about 5 quid, 10 quid, maybe can push 15 quid depending on condition. And as you can see by the eyes, they are small, thin eyes. But in the set that Hasbro released to celebrate the movie's release, they held a little contest basically, and the contest was who will save Ponyland. So before the film came out, they generated a bit of hype and all that. And with that, there was 2 new toys that came out on the same advert with that contest. One was a pony called Hollywood, and obviously it was all glitz and glamour, and that pony goes for good money. It goes 50, 60, 70, 80, up to £100, you know, does really well now, that pony, sometimes more. But there was also a Spike variant, same colour and everything, but the eyes were enlarged, and that Spike now goes for about anything from 40 to about 60, 70 quid. Bit of a shame I don't have this one, but always keep an eye out for this little purple dragon, but especially the one with the big eyes. Definitely sought after. And there's also a few different variants of different colours and all that, so they're always good to look at. So remember that face and check it out. I also picked up this, which isn't brand new in terms of, it's brand new like never been worn, but it's not vintage. Let me zoom out here because it's really awesome, and it's a Rainbow Bright ladies t-shirt in size small, and it's from Hallmark Cards, so I assume it's definitely a re-release, but I can't find a date anywhere. And it says Good Vibes on it. Really nice looking t-shirt. Condition is quality, and because it was new I decided to buy it. If it had been worn, I might have been, because I knew it was a re-release, it was a bit more not worth it, but really cool. And then the last two things I got are for my collection, my Chapmay collection, because I found a really couple of good bits. Found this cool sheriff, really awesome. I mean, he is great. Check this guy out. Really cool. Love the flailing jacket here, and he looks like he's ready to draw. Shame I don't have any of his accessories, but really nice. Love him. But then definitely the best one was this dragon. I mean, check this guy out. It looks like it's more from a Knights Medieval set, but I will be keeping it because I like the dragons, but I'm not really into the Knights and Medieval sets. And the great thing about it is there's quite a bit of articulation for Chapmay, as opposed to just a couple of arms and maybe the head. The head moves really quite a lot as well. And you have the arms, you have the legs, the tail, and then all the wings completely move independently. So you can put them in mode like this, like he's travelling fast. You can do it wings massively spread. Really awesome. Really chuffed with that. There you go, there's everything I got from the car boot this week on this bank holiday. How did everyone else do? I saw some really good stuff on Instagram and on social media of people's hauls. Looked like there were some great bargains, and the weather behaved itself most of the time for most people around the country. Really awesome. There's some standout pieces. I love that I got a bit more Chapmay, and always good to pick up G1 My Little Pony, especially something like that, like a Spike. Bit of Ghostbusters was pretty cool. And I really even like this brand new Rainbow Bright t-shirt. But yeah, some nice array of stuff here. Really good. As always, please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thank you very much for tuning in again. Your support is always appreciated. Check out any one of these two videos, and I'll see you next week.